everybody. How you doing on this lovely Tuesday? This is I, your boy E to the Z, and
Amy.
we would like to start off with a Do you care about your self-care? Yes. I heard somebody say, yes, I do. If you ain't hear that overall, like, yeah, I think all of the mothers need to speak up, because
I agree.
not saying everybody else don't care. You care. I see how you looking at me. I don't grill me like that. But yes, it's good to know that everybody cares about their self-care and to be around others that care about their self-care. Because as long as we care together, we can grow together and continue to care even more for not just ourselves but others. So, Amy, what's today for today's topic?
It's October theme, ADHD awareness.
ADHD. So what does it say?
It says October is the month of many themes, but today's topic is as special as we care for it. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, ADHD, is one of the most common mental disorders affecting children and some adults.
You know, some people don't know that it could catch up to you when you become an adult.
Yes.
Like my sister Melina, they used to come to the building. She found out 5 years ago that she has ADHD, and she found out in her 30s.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know someone who actually got misdiagnosed with ADHD, and they misdiagnosed her, and they thought because she was like obsessive compulsive, so like she was like always like doing something, and they thought she just couldn't sit still, and they said she had ADHD, and come to find out she didn't. They diagnosed her when she was little with ADHD. She was a child, and then in her adulthood, they switched it up and said she had OCD. Or
I believe the mistake, the fact that it was mistaken, because even I was mistaken. I was told that I had attention deficit disorder, but really I was just hyperactive. And I couldn't sit still. It's not that I couldn't learn or couldn't grasp what was being said to me. I just couldn't sit still. I heard everything, but I was like this. Woo! But but it's not just about me and what I've gone through. But let me read the what we have here. Having ADD or ADHD is simply means you have to give yourself or the individual time to adjust or show that they're capable in doing the thing that they struggle with, showing that they have acknowledged that which was a problem and soon to be a strength. In other words, helping them in that area or that they're not so strong in, helping them become stronger in it. It boosts their ability to be more active in the areas. And I say that because I had to learn how to be still. Once I learned how to fully be still, I was able to pay even more attention to everything that was going on. And I was able to grasp, read, and do everything everyone around me was able to do without. But yes, it's all about sitting down with someone and honing in on that weak point and making it a strength. Predominantly, that's really what ADHD predominantly is. The person having just not a deficiency, but just incapable of doing of certain things.
working on your weak points.
Yeah. So let's jump to the first question.
Sure. All right. Why is it important to work on your weak points?
I think it's important to work on your weak points because when you work on points, you make them your strength. So if you hone on your weaknesses, you make them stronger, and that way you could become a better person.
I like that. It's very important to hone in on those weak points, because you might need it for that test, or you might need it for just reciting somebody's phone number. Let's see, we got another person.
I'm Erica. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 5 years old. It's not just about being hyperactive, because we can sit still for things that we're interested in. The thing about ADHD is that it affects your executive function, which means that for a lot of people, you can just say you want to get up and do something, whether you want to or not. For us, it's like, if it's something that does not motivate us, that does not give us that dopamine fix, we physically cannot do it, even if we wanted to. So a lot of times, we look like we're being lazy, and we're not. It's just that we don't have the dopamine to get up and do what needs to be done. It has nothing to do with attention. Because if it's something that we really want, we can sit and focus for hours. I can read books for days without getting up. I can sit and sew for hours. I can do a jigsaw puzzle, a 1,000-piece puzzle with no problem. You know, it's not about I can't sit still. It's about, is it giving me my dopamine fix? And a lot of times things don't give me my dopamine fix, even if it's something that I want to do. My brain, we fight with our brains on a regular basis. We cannot control our brains, and our brains is what makes us move. So I may want to get up, like this morning, perfect example, and I'm in a situation where because of my situation, my ADHD has it's become overwhelming for me. So I can get up and go take a shower and do whatever. But because of my ADHD, I'm sitting there for hours telling myself to get up and go take a shower. I'm telling myself to get up and go feed the dog. I'm telling myself there's things that I need to do, and I physically cannot do it because I don't have anybody shadowing me, which is somebody just sitting there. I don't need you to do anything. I just need you to sit there. You understand what I'm saying? So ADHD, like I said, is not just you can't sit still. I'm extremely intelligent. I was one of the smartest kids in my class. I did all my schoolwork for the school year within the first 3 months of school. You know, I'm just that. My brain is wired that way. I don't think people give people with ADHD enough credit because you don't realize how debilitating it actually is.
Same.
It's very debilitating.
Yes.
On a regular basis. There's just basic things that people can do that we can't. You know, we have rejection sensitivity because we're so in our, you know, this way that people are judging you. They're judging you because you act this way, you speak this way. We have short tempers because of we get overstimulated very easily. Conversation, a lot of noise, a lot of things going on. Sometimes, you know, we gotta have the TV on so we can read a book. We don't even care what's on the TV. We just need that noise there so we can read. You know, it's a lot. It's really a lot, and you have to control it. It's your diet. It's your routine. Everything can affect your ADHD. Anything can throw you off. And once you're thrown off, it's hard to get back on track. You know, you're emotionally regulated. It's just a multifaceted thing that I think. And I was watching this thing on Instagram because even as an adult, I'm 40 years old, and I'm still learning things about something that I've suffered with my whole life. You know, because it's not enough research on it. It's a lot, especially the Black community. Oh, you can do it if you wanted to. You just don't want to. You know, you're getting beat because your family doesn't understand that you have a problem. They're like, you just don't want to. You just don't want to. And it's not that I don't want to. I physically can't. And it's not that I'm incapable of. You know, my son, both my kids have ADHD, and they presented themselves in different ways. My son, he's creative. He doesn't care about none of his schoolwork. My daughter, straight A student, loves it. She can't miss a day of school. He's quick to anger. She talks too much in class. You know, everybody has their different. And girls, you'll never know a girl has ADHD because all you're thinking is she's just talking. Yeah. She's just talkative. She's just a perfectionist. She has to get her work done. You know,
comes in many forms.
It comes in so many forms. And in the Black community, the main thing is you're just not doing what we want you to do. So now you're getting beat, you're getting punished, verbally abused, physically, you know, all type of stuff, all because nobody wants to take the time to understand. And that's all it takes. If you took the time to give that child enough time to get ready in the morning, we're gonna struggle. We're gonna fight with you, but you gotta show patience to your kid.
Yes, patience is key.
Yeah, I'm glad to say that even though my kids have both of them, even though my daughter's not diagnosed and my son is, that they have never had any of the issues that I've had because I went through all this stuff. I took them to get their the diagnosis, and then I did my own therapeutic stuff with them. So my kids have never been in trouble, have never been locked up. It hasn't kept them from functioning in the school at all. I made sure, I did a lot to keep them, just keep them. You know what I'm saying? I tried what was it? Just different therapeutic practices, interventions. I've gotten books out. I've learned how to deal with my son's sensory integration issues, and also. You have ADHD, and there's the sub things like some people with ADHD. They have anxiety, they have OCD, they have, and so you may be diagnosed autism. Autism is another overlapping thing.
It's even a double whammy if you have ADHD
and autism. And a lot of people are diagnosed with only one. They never realize. Like I'm learning now, I'm probably slightly autistic. Doing some of that stuff I see. Oh, I do things that the autistic people do. I do things, even not Asperger's. What is it called? Tourette's. Yeah. Some of the things I do overlap with Tourette's. Asperger's is a form of a social autism. It's more of a social correction. Yeah.
But thank you for sharing. Huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Very informative. Very informative.
Hi, I'm Sharon. First of all, I want to say thank you, Amy. Thank you for just now, because it was going into anxiety attack. Like she said, a lot of people's, I've been dealing with this since I was 6. And it ain't nothing that I can't do. Like, the peoples that you just got on the phone with, it's like, why is it got to be a problem? Because I want to stay grounded in church, or I'm at any program. I've been doing that all my life. But it's the point, like I told her, when people do call out for the help, it's like, oh, you got to wait 4 months, 5 months. I know my thing is, my focus is not good at all. But if someone will be like, I just told her, I've been driving buses for 9 years with autistic kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's like, you could go through so much. Like, for the past 2 years, it's just been bang, bang, bang. My mother deaf. After my mother death, bad relationships, and I cannot be around a lot of strife. If a lot of stuff going on me, my focus is just gone. Like I can be in the house and I can be doing my sermons or reading, and then my son come in there with this and stuff. Everything shuts down. So it's not like I don't understand it. It's just that right now maybe I do need to be on the medication. Not a lot of medication, but to talk to somebody, know what I'm dealing with one-on-one. When I'm like that and I go see them, I'm only there for like 3 months. And they don't want to see me no more because they see like, oh, okay, you not that I got this, but I know how to do it. Like just now, I'm like, just God, please. Until at the end, she was like, oh, now I see what you're saying.
Finally,
see
right?
What I'm saying? I'm in the computer already. I'm telling you, I've been in places where doors don't open. You know, it ain't about always saying, okay, well, I'm gonna let you give me a medication because this is what's wrong with you. No, even when you go to take the medication, you still gotta reevaluate yourself. I'm the type, I've been on medication once in my whole life. I've never wanted to take the medication, even though some people will tell me, oh, this will help you. But what I see with my eyes and doors, places where doors don't open, people can't tie their shoes, people's bumpers, it's not to judge them, but I'm talking about me. Me. What I need is a one-on-one, and then if they feel that person I got to trust with, and I start taking a low dose, and I'm fine.
Yes.
But you're not going to tell me, as being a counselor, as a psychiatrist, like, oh, well, you go to this program totally different from the way my mind be.
Well, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I could come in here every day. That don't mean everybody in here know how my mind is. So so then at the end she says, okay, I'll put you an appointment in. Okay, and I'm asking God to give me patience until the appointment comes.
Yeah.
Because I only know, and God only know what I just, this 2 years, what it did to me. Not only to me, to my mind.
Yes.
You know, I could be calm. I don't have to get all over it, but the anxiety attacks come when it's a lot going on with me. I lose it. Not lose it to be like, oh, I want to go hurt somebody or nothing. It's just that my mind is just not there. Plus, I had head surgery when I was 17. I was in a coma for a whole month. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I was paralyzed all the way down. And I thank God that I'm here today. This thing is serious. I don't know who thinking like it's just, oh, you crazy. No, it ain't. Like she said, it's a chemical balance in your brain. You know. And God behold to just know I laid in a coma for a whole year, couldn't walk, couldn't talk. And then all the trauma, what I've been through as a kid and stuff, it's amazing of the things that I could do.
I'm glad you
So when I want to recognize myself, and when I think it's time for me to get on medication, I'm going to bring it to the table, but you're not going to just say, here, take this pill, take this pill, take this pill. No, because when I was on it, I told my sister, listen, I'm going to do it this time. This was 4 years ago. And I'm going to see, because it got to a point where my anxiety went out of control and I just kept rocking. In 3 months, the rocking stopped. I was back to my normal self. But I was jocking down. As soon as I get up in the morning, okay, this pill, calling my sister, look, I'm taking it this time, and I know how I feel now. Okay, it's the middle of the day. I'm writing down, oh, is my mind still right? I'm writing stuff. Because I know what I need for me. You know, nobody can tell me what I need for me. I'm still a little shaky. I'm sorry. And I'm still a little, because I've been waiting so long. I said to this lady, what you's got 988 out there for? You putting all these numbers out here. For what? I need help. And it's not that I'm all over, I'm doing something crazy, but tell me something. Tell me something. Either you're going to accept me or you're not. I'm not going to go do that, because I do stay connected. I don't care if it's church, if it's a program, if it's this, if it's that. I'm staying connected because I know this is what controls me, my mind. And I don't want to lose my mind. Just like, oh, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. I'm fine, but you got to work with me. So that's all I got this year. Thank you.
Thank you
for sharing.
Thank you.
Because you can't lose this.
No.
Statistically speaking, medication helps 30%. I'm manic depressive, meaning I'm always on the high side. I take medicine to calm down the manic depression. Come to find out, the medication was making me very depressed. They had me on so much medicine that I felt foggy. I felt I wasn't myself.
Well,
On camera, I will say that I wasn't showering. I wasn't getting out of bed. I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't going out, and that's not me.
Yes.
I wasn't changing my clothes. My caseworker said, "You in the same clothes you was the time I picked you?" I didn't care. You understand what I'm saying? I had to work with the doctor. You have to work with the doctor. The doctor can't just give you what they want to give you. You have to work with the doctor. And I said, Doc, this medication is making me feel worthless. So she lowered it. Now she's down, lowering it, and I see her in the next 2 weeks. I feel fabulous. People say, "Oh, look at you! You look at what you got out. Look at that's me. That's Patronella."
Patronella, you know, just from knowing and studying and researching and going to school, you also, everyone who does take medicine, your body, number one, you have to make sure that you're going to the right psychiatrist, and he's not just, okay, you're this, you're that, and he's dual diagnosing you with anything and everything. You have anxiety, because some of the medicines are the same medicine that you're taking. So they have you on, let's just say Klonopin or, Xanax. That's the same thing. So you don't need to be on both of them. And then after, I'll give it 6 months to a year. If you're taking the same dosage, your body becomes immune to it.
Yes, it does.
So then either you have to adjust it because it no longer works. And this is coming from, I suffer from anxiety. And I was on Xanax, and, so it also, could be a very bad thing because you could over medicate yourself. It could go both ways. But my point being is it comes down to your psychiatrist or your counselor. Like Sharon said, you need to really be honest and stay on top of what they're giving you and research it, because it's too quick for them to make a quick dollar to just prescribe and write prescriptions. That's how a lot of, the pill epidemic started. To be honest with you, there was a lot of psychiatrists out there just writing scripts to write them and put it through insurances.
And giving
A lot of medicine. And if you research the medicines that you're on, which I would recommend really researching it, you would see a lot of them are the same. So, just be mindful of that. And if it's not working, it's not so much lowering or higher the dosage. It's monitoring it and seeing when your body changes and when, okay, now your body's immune to it. So if you're immune to it, it's not helping you. So
mine was too high.
Yes.
Very
And I would honestly say, like, even though it's kind of on the topic for what we're talking about for the podcast, because this is very important to view and talk on, because we're speaking on mental disabilities or mental dysfunctions of different categories. Because even a person dealing with ADHD, taking medication, sometimes the doctors are just prescribing the children. And I seen my brother go through this. My brother went through with Ritalin.
Ritalin.
My mother went to the school one day, and she brought my brother home, and I never seen my mother cry like that. My mother took my brother off of it, and my brother was only on it for about maybe a few months, almost a whole year. But, like, my mother's like, he was sitting there at the desk drooling, just spaced out. Like,
well, look at Adderall, easy.
Adderall was no better.
Adderall,
Like
30 milligrams of
I don't-
Adderall.
I
Might as
honestly-
well do 2 bags of cocaine.
and I'm gonna say this from a perspective now that I'm a grown man now, not a little boy who looked at it growing up in it and praying to God that I mentally survive it, because it just feels like when I was young, it just felt like people just wanted me on drugs. It just felt like people just wanted me to be stagnant mentally, not doing nothing, just being a zombie or a robot. And seeing my older brother go through that, it scared me. It scared me so much that literally, like I said, I was hyper. I didn't want to be bothered. I learned to stay still because I didn't want drugs. I saw what my brother went through, and I said, no, you're not getting me. Because it didn't feel good growing up. I'm 7 years old. My brother's 2 years older than me. My brother's 9. I'm 7. I'm 8 now. He's 10, but he's mentally 9. I'm 9 now. He's 11. He's still mentally 9. I'm 34. My brother is now moving as a person that is somewhat in their 20s. Imagine how he would have been if he never would have took that because the doctor said give it.
It's drugs, and let me tell you something. It's drugs, and if it's been in your system and you try to get off of it, you might not be addicted to it. It might not be addicted, but your body is, and your body goes through so many changes.
Yes.
Like what's that character? The green character. The green character.
The Hulk? Yeah.
Oh, the Hulk.
Yes, it's like a transformation when they get angry.
When I came to my house, I couldn't believe the things I did. How in the world did I do all of this? You understand?
It's scary.
And I was trying to stabilize myself because I don't want to be on drugs. But until something else comes, I have to, because if I don't...
There's a big stigma with that, too. If, it's like, in my opinion, someone who's suffering with mental health, and if you have high blood pressure, you take a pill for it, correct? You go to a doctor. If you have, lung cancer or breast cancer, and you can get it under control, you do take a medicine for it, diabetes. So if you suffer from something, you should be able to take a medicine and not be judged and not be called that you're on drugs, because you're not on drugs. You're helping, and that's called self-care. That's what you're doing. You're working on your self-care. You're not just ignoring it and saying, okay, this is cliche. I don't want to be on drugs.
But the side effects, some of the side effects
Well,
are terrible.
there's side effects with a lot of things, sweetheart. You know what I mean? So don't be so quick to be so hard on yourself and be like, I'm on, a lot of people have a lot of things. As long as you have it under control and you're aware and you know that the side effects and, maybe don't drive if you're too, whatever the side effects are, and you're aware of your body changes every 7 years. We're women, we know. I don't know if you guys go through that, but, me, I'm going through menopause. I happen to think, but, I'm just saying that you're very intelligent, as I could see. I just met you today, but as well as you, Sha. I've known you a little longer, but you guys are very aware of your, inner
You're
self.
very informed.
And that's good, and you won't be that person, Sharon, walking into doors or being over medicated like you were, at one point. Now so that's really, you should be, proud of yourselves that you both, everyone, Erica also. And I'll just have everyone know that it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
In October. So this was
we can't wait that out.
Absolutely.
We need these conversations, even though we sometimes may have a direct topic for the podcast.
And it goes somewhere else. That's okay.
As long as it still strands to wellness.
Yep. And self-care.
Self-care. It's so important.
Yes.
So we have to spread this love. We have to spread this joy and this understanding to everyone. Every child, every elder, every dog can learn a new trick. And if you're an old dog and you feel like you don't need, read the Bible. It'll tell you what we do with you. But
so what's your last famous words, Easy, that you always say?
Oh man.
In your closing. Do you care?
I wasn't ready to close. That's what it was, man. I ain't ready. But you know what? We're going to come back to you. We got another podcast on this topic. Might not be next week, but it's coming soon. Do you care about your self-care?
Yeah.